Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas's live
Midday
beer-centric show, Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
With producer Perry,
Kennedy and Schaumburg. Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras,
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer!
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Because you can't drink and talk at the same time.
Leave the conversation to us and order another beer.
You're listening to Texas Live midday
beer-centered show.
Liquid Lunch.
Liquid Lunch.
Here are your hosts,
Catherine Contreras,
and Josh Stewart.
Hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hooray for beer!
Yeah, grab that door. Grab the door. The door.
Hey.
The door.
Josh, you
The door.
really need to dust
The-
the top of your door. Look how dirty that is.
It's not even painted. Close the door. It's got one job. It's got one job, Catherine.
Really? One job?
Yeah, just one job. Make the video look fine. Yeah. Oh. What's going on here? How's it going, Catherine?
It's Thursday, okay?
Yeah,
It's almost the weekend,
that's true.
so we can take a small breath. It's gonna be a new day on Saturday. Brand new things happening.
Yep. Do you have any plans? We'll going reverse order today on Liquid
Okay.
Lunch. What are you going to do this weekend?
My plans are we're gonna go out to Cactus Land for Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
We're taking the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's our plan
Okay.
for Saturday. Sunday, I'm gonna try to do nothing.
That sounds.
And when I say nothing, I mean clean the house and do laundry.
Oh, right. It's actually a busier day, probably.
Right.
I know
right.
how that goes. It's not an actual do nothing day. Those
No.
are very, very rare.
Yeah.
Very, very rare. We've got one last dance competition this weekend
Okay. Until when?
until the next season, which is, until gymnastics starts, which
Okay.
that'll be September or January. I don't know.
Okay.
So, but it's in Katy, and we've got
Shout out Tigers.
yeah, and well, of course, and we've got a big gap between the last dance and awards, like hours. So we're right there by No Label. So we're gonna go to No Label.
Oh, nice.
So that's what we're gonna do. Taking all the kids to No Label.
I like it.
They have a playground and everything. It's more for like little kids, but
Yeah.
Still
But it's something.
family friendly, dog friendly, of course, and right behind one Kennedy. Everybody, we'd be remiss. Of course, we complained already, but if we didn't introduce our guy Kennedy.
Hi, Kennedy.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Kennedy.
What's up, Kennedy?
What's up?
Okay, good talk. Come back to Catherine now.
No,
All right, there you go.
you
So
got me in this. Because I control what you say.
Oh.
for
He's the
now,
puppet master. He's the Ratatouille of Liquid Lunch.
is he? Yeah, he is kind of a furry guy that eats a lot of cheese.
What?
That's accurate.
I don't eat cheese at all.
Really?
Cheese is You know why? Because we can't.
Because cheese is expensive on Weight Watchers.
Is it?
Yes.
You gotta go
It's a
keto.
shame.
Really?
And I love cheese too.
Do you? I do too. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
So good.
The people who are lactose intolerant.
Do they not, or
Well,
can they
maybe
just
they
can't?
love it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's like asking somebody with no legs, "Do you enjoy running?" That person doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. They may love it deep down.
Yeah.
They may be a marathon, runner.
Right.
And
Never
my-
had the chance.
Yeah, in their heart. But maybe now with scientific breakthroughs and all, maybe they can.
I think they
Prosthetics.
can actually.
Yeah, depends, right? We don't want to speak for
Yeah.
everything.
No, I don't actually.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that would be like or what that process is.
Well, I'm sure it's a case by case basis.
I know that for myself, I do have my legs, and I could only really run for my life. Maybe that's not even. I don't even know that for sure.
Yeah, That's why I hang around slower people.
Well, you haven't
Right.
been able to test that theory out, so you don't know.
No, so I don't know. I have no idea.
There are very
But
few
I'm
bears.
pretty clumsy.
Yeah, very few bears in San Antonio.
There are very few bears. That's right. We have big mosquitoes though.
Yeah.
Jennifer Edwards is commenting on your awesome shirt, Josh.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. 4J Brewing.
I'm guessing
Nice.
Jennifer's from 4G Brewing.
You've not met Jennifer.
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
Yeah, no, 4J. 4J Brewing. Spring Branch. What's up?
Jennifer, that's a gift.
What?
Kennedy not meeting her.
Oh.
Because she would have less beer
Well, she is.
than she has now.
Oh,
at
yeah,
this
he'd
very
probably
moment,
steal it.
At this very moment, she does have to look. Well, I guess she didn't have to look at me, but I'm
No,
on the
she doesn't.
screen. She could avert her eyes, but I am on the screen.
Yeah. All right. I need to look at our chats. Hold on, everybody, so I can see everybody's chats.
Is it like super? Am I too dark? Do I need to? And I don't mean that in a cultural or social way, but I mean like, is there
Your
enough light
comedy?
in this room?
I mean, it could stand to get a little more.
It's a little dark, sure.
A little dark.
It is.
Do you have
okay.
Do you have lights
When
in there?
I do. I didn't have them on because I had my windows open, but I can fix that in just a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Hey, Jennifer. Yes, I see it. Check out my awesome shirt. Sorry, I'm just now catching up on all that. We
Yeah,
talked about that.
Oh, you just joined too.
Yeah. Hey, there's Jeffrey and Preston. Preston was watching or listening on our audio feed, which what we do is we'll go live
Yeah.
long before we go live on the video because I've got audio under control, Catherine.
Jeffrey agrees with me about the top of that door.
It just hasn't been painted.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go paint
How
it?
many people are caressing the top of your door?
None.
Well, it makes a lot of camera appearances.
Only when it's left open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my door. It's not my place.
Well, you already said it.
It's not my place to come over to your house
I
and
see some
open
new
and close
artwork,
your doors.
Josh. Do you have new artwork down there? In the bottom would be your Star Wars artwork.
Oh yes. Sorry, that's
Oh.
I love that.
that's a
Is
Ryan.
that did a little person make that?
Yeah, that's a Ryan Stewart original.
Yeah, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
She doesn't like the movies, so this is what she did while we watched the movies.
Oh, see that?
That's
right.
She wanted to be part of the group.
That's how you make lemons into lemonade.
Yes. So that's what her one of the other one was also this Father's Day beer. Happy Father's Day painting. So
Perfect.
I feel like you may have failed your daughter as a parent.
why is that?
She doesn't like Star Wars.
I don't really care for Star Wars. I think it's not that good. I'll
All
be
right.
raving over it.
Listen,
All right.
I'm a girl. My brothers were heavy into Star Wars.
When they
I
were.
did not give two shits.
It's not that good. That's what I'm saying. Like you watch it now, it was. I get the original trilogy back in the '70s when that was a big deal. But this new, it's just not that good. None of it.
I think we may have reached an impasse here.
What do you mean?
That means I don't know if I can continue doing this.
Are you
Well-
back? Well,
You guys don't like Star Wars.
it's fine. I don't have an opinion. It's just
I'm
they're
not.
not that good.
Listen, I'm not anti Star Wars. I don't not like it. I just don't. I'm not emotionally invested in it. I'll go watch the movies. I don't. That's cool. I'll buy the toys or whatever for my son. Oh, that's awesome.
For your
but
11-year-old son?
I'm not like I'm not
I'm just saying,
my
compared to
heart's not
Kennedy and
for-
his
yeah.
decades and decades beyond that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a grown man playing with toys.
No.
No.
When did that become okay? I think it's a weird thing.
I don't know. Like when I
It's
was.
been a few years, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I mean, I collect those little pop figures. Not gonna lie.
Pop figures.
Yeah, like the little I have like all the Game of Thrones ones. They're like little bobbleheads with big heads, and they're all like all the different characters.
Yeah, but you don't sit there and play with them and stuff, right?
No, I don't have. I'm not imagining. I don't have that patience.
Yeah, but I'm sure you line up like the Lannisters against the Starks, and
Of course.
yeah.
Of course. I put Daenerys and Khal Drogo next to each other. I put Jon Snow off to the side because even though he was with someone for a minute, really he's with me. So
In real life, he just doesn't know it yet.
no, he doesn't know. He hasn't met me yet.
Okay. And he's with what's her face in real life.
I know. What? That's awful. She tried to kill him.
Yeah, but not in real life.
You don't know that.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't read otherwise, Josh. So
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
not a good match.
Okay. She's cute though.
She is cute.
When she's not wearing like fur and blood
Yeah.
on her face and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's good looking. I guess you have to be good looking to be on that show, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, unless you're Hodor.
He's good looking in his own.
Oh, he's spitting those discs, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know
At
that.
that DJ gig.
You know that actor has a face tattoo.
Really? Mm-hmm. I did not know that.
That is a questionable life decision.
It is.
Yeah.
Much like a grown man collecting toys.
That's
Not collecting.
questionable. That's honorable.
Playing with toys. If you,
Well, playing is different. That's different.
that's way different. But you have to watch yourself. If you have them, I would say chances are you've played with them.
Or what if you just collect them?
Kind
and
of like what guys already have, right? You have it there, so you're just gonna play with it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Why wouldn't you?
John just jumped on.
Hey, John.
John had a bit of a spill, and I hope you're recovering nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Get better soon.
Yeah, we miss you, John.
Yeah, we do.
How are things?
Look, okay, I get if you have a bunch of the old stuff and you kept it away and it's a collector's item and you can sell it on eBay to pay for your child's college or something like that.
Okay, that's
But
a very specific scenario.
Right. That's what you do when you are a grown-ass man. But the whole
Right.
collecting all the toys
Yeah.
and also wearing jerseys with other dudes' names on it. I don't get that
Listen,
either.
I know a couple people
Mm-hmm.
that are heavy into Star Wars, that are part of organizations
Mm-hmm.
that dress up.
Yes.
That not just dress up, but like it's not even authentic unless they can replicate the costumes exactly as how they're originally in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some pretty crazy stuff.
Is there a way to channel that into money?
I don't think so. However, I'm not deep into the YouTube or anything like that, so I learn something new every day.
I think, yes, YouTube will open you up to just about anything can make money because there's a
Yeah.
niche audience for it.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, kudos, I guess. And I don't have it, I'm not going to, I'm just saying for me,
Yeah.
I'm not
Not your thing.
collecting toys.
What if there was like a beer con
Mm-mm.
and you had to like dress up like a beer?
No,
You wouldn't do it.
no.
I've seen you dress up like a beer.
For a gag.
Not for serious.
Not like, oh, I've got to
authenticity.
get the bubbles just right.
Right.
That was $5 on a shirt, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, whoa. Everything all right there?
Yeah.
Someone didn't
Why?
turn their phone off, or what's?
No, I don't understand.
Oh, that was from.
uh,
That may have been my phone.
Yeah, might have
Oh,
been.
how interesting.
Yeah, how interesting. I do have to say that today we have the drunk line open and ready for your calls, 713-678-0070. If you'd like to reach out and be a part of the show. Also, taking your comments and everything on the Facebooks as Jennifer runs away to clean the, boil pot. She's brewing an amber today. It's a good day for an
Yeah.
amber. Mm-hmm. So yes, but we did get last week, Catherine, you'll remember that we threw
Yes.
out the suggestion. It was your idea to say, call in, leave us messages and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so we'd like to double down on that because we did
Right.
get a voicemail. If y'all are ready, would y'all
So
like,
exciting.
would you like to
It felt just like 1997. You know?
Yeah, even had the little tape and everything.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
All right, so here we go. Here is our first voicemail that we got sometime this past week. So you two could be a part of the show. Here we go.
Liquid Lunch, it's your boy Martin, always calling in. I had a quick question. I'm sipping on some double IPA from Eighth Wonder, and I wanted to know if everybody can give me their top favorite IPA, and at the same time, your top 3 favorite beers. If you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 beers would you take with you? Liquid Lunch, Can't wait to hear you guys on Thursday. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Martin. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So good questions. Favorite IPA, and then he went from 3 favorite beers, which would have been very tough, to Desert Island, 3 Desert Island beers.
Right.
So that means perpetually.
Right.
Yeah. What you'd have to keep drinking. So, Catherine,
Yeah.
ladies first. Favorite IPA.
First of all, thank you for calling me a lady. That never happens.
What?
My
I find
favorite,
that hard to believe.
My favorite.
Like
IPA
even in traffic, like, hey, lady.
Maybe.
Other words. I don't know.
As I've tried to run them over.
Yeah.
Maybe. My favorite IPA would be the double IPA from Altmeyer and Lewis. My pals out in San Marcos.
Yeah.
That ish is delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done, sirs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hazel, so she's getting
Hazel wants to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Adam's watching. Hey, Adam, real quick. Shout out to Adam at Bailson. Kennedy, do you have a favorite IPA?
I do. Funny you should ask. Easily, my favorite IPA is Yellow Rose.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. Solid choice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It is delicious.
It is delicious.
I like. I should stop chewing on gum. I just realized
And
that.
and also just for clarification, he asked for a favorite, which means we could only pick one.
Mm-hmm.
So that there are tons of delicious IPAs.
Yeah.
True.
To narrow it down,
It's a difficult thing.
it is difficult. And like Yellow Rose is up. Like if I were to do my top 5 IPAs, Yellow Rose would be in there for sure. Because you don't have to. But I think like pound for pound, probably Endeavor from St. Arnold. It's probably, I want to say Endeavor,
Okay.
but I'm not solid.
Don't just hey, you gotta just stand in your choices. Live your truth, Josh.
That's true. I'm
Don't
gonna
back down.
Well, you know what it is though.
Yeah.
When you decide to get married, there's still a lot of people you could be attracted to, but you're taking
Right.
that stand right there to
Right.
say I'm making my commitment to this beer.
For this
So
minute.
I do until I divorce Endeavor, and
Right.
I have to give them half my assets. Which
Or maybe just have an open relationship.
that's true.
Something to think
I
about.
wonder if Endeavor is into it.
Yeah.
That's if I'm gonna propose marriage, that's probably one of those things we need to discuss.
Yeah.
Where do you see
Probably.
yourself in 10 years, and are you into open marriage?
Right. If you're gonna take that path, that's probably something you need to chit chat about beforehand.
Yeah, everybody needs to be on the same page about that one. That's one of those things that doesn't really work with those.
Doesn't work unless everyone's on the same boat.
Right. Yeah, you can't. It's not like sometimes you can pull people along with like healthy eating if you're the one doing the cooking,
Right.
vegan lifestyle or something along those lines.
Right.
Maybe the budget for a short time,
Yes.
but that open relationship, that's a tough one.
That's got to be
Next to
all
him.
votes.
Next to impossible.
Yeah.
I say next to. So,
To have one or to pull someone into it.
yes.
Okay. Do you speak from experience?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. You just sit there and you contemplate, like, theoretically speaking, if this were.
I would never be able to live that way.
Nah. No, I can't imagine.
Sounds exhausting to me,
Ah.
first of all.
Yeah. I've been married way too long to want to ever not be.
Yeah.
Like, I love being married. I'll be like, if there's all kinds of great things you can say about being married.
Right.
But at this moment, my main motivator in life is just,
Not being single.
that's it. This is all I'm not putting forth any effort to not be.
Yeah.
Ugh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'd have to change like all my passwords and bank
Yeah.
account stuff. I'd have to find my own place.
Complicated.
That sounds awful. My motivation just to not want to do anything is my
Yeah.
main reason to stay.
It's enough for me.
It's so strong.
Yeah.
Love you, Kelly, my wife.
Yeah. Such a lucky lady.
No, I'm just saying I love being married, but I would hate to not be married more.
Right.
That's how strong that feeling is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. We should talk desert island beers. So
Okay.
he
Did
said,
we ask? Oh, Kennedy said, "What's your?" Oh, okay. We're done with the IPA.
yeah, he
I'm
said
sorry.
Yellow Rose. He said Yellow
Okay.
Rose. That's fine.
I got it.
He's
I'm in it.
from right there, from Lone Pint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, right there. I'm gonna palm. Let's see how to. It's a weird thing. I'm gonna palm it. Ooh, it's a weird camera angle thing here. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't. I don't. Anyway, you see it. That was weird. Got real weird. Okay, desert island beers. I guess should I go first?
Sure.
Sure,
I mean,
you're on camera. You might as well.
Yeah, I didn't really think this one out. This is spontaneous, but so desert island, you got to think it's hot, right? Like you would think it's, subtropical or tropical. Mm-hmm. Is that what we're? I mean, I guess it could be.
You may be. I think really the point of the question was if you couldn't have anything else for the rest of your life, what would you have?
Mm-hmm.
However, if you'd like to take climate into consideration, that I guess would be your prerogative.
Well, I can't. I'm, working through it. Though, I'm not going to assume because it could be an island like off the coast of Alaska.
Could be.
And
That's
so
right.
That could still be a desert.
It could still be deserted.
Yeah. So
I think the important thing to remember here is that there are no wrong answers.
There are.
Your answers are always wrong, Kennedy. Yes. I think that's something that you need to remember.
Okay.
Okay.
You can have no wrong answers.
So, all right. Here we go. Three beers, and that's it.
A real build-up. Have you been thinking about this, or are you just giving them to us right now?
I'm just giving them to you right now.
Okay.
So, card subject to change. Caveat, these views do not necessarily reflect all the thoughts going on inside my head all the time.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to say one, you're going to need something with some calories because you're on an island. You never know where your next meal is going to come from, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to say Buried Hatchet Stout is going to be one.
Okay.
From Southern Star. Right?
Very good.
Okay. Two, you're on an island, so there's lots of beach, right? And I think I've said, in my opinion, the perfect beach beer is Real Ale.
You're going to take my beer.
It's not your beer.
All right,
it's
go ahead.
The beer. It's just the beer. Real Ale Goza, the lime, I think plays perfectly on the beach. So
okay.
And that would work after working so hard to craft that island into your perfect oasis in the middle of the ocean. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then after that, I'm assuming you need something that goes great with grilled seafood.
Okay.
Because you're going to be eating a lot of fire roasted seafood.
Okay.
Presumably, right? So, this last one's going to be tough. What am I going to get? It would have to be something. Desert Island. Man, this third one is tough. I'm going to say Live Oak Pills. Live Oak Pills.
Okay.
Because
that's it.
Yeah.
Now you have to walk away.
Fish is light, so I'm going to want. Yeah. So there we go. That's it. That's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done.
Buried Hatchet
well
Stout, Real Goza, and Live Oak Pills. All right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, Catherine.
Well, I was going to say the Real Ale Goza because it's delicious. However, I would also take, since you've already taken the Goza and you're going to be on there longer than me, probably the island, because women always get rescued. I would also take the Hans Pilz.
Oh, that's a good. See, I thought about that one
That
too.
is a delicious effing beer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also would like the Cactus Land with tuna is delicious. If you've ever been out to Cactus Land, it's one of my favorite beers. It's so good. And then also, that's a wheat beer. And then also, my third one would be the Freetel Yo Soy und Berliner, because it is my favorite beer of all time, which if anybody has ever listened to my show, you would know that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's good call. Good call. Real quick, Jessica Blackburn is watching from B52. How you doing, Jessica? Glad to have you on the old
there.
Hey,
stream. Jessica, we have some of your beers on the beer table today.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. You can't go to it yet.
All right.
Don't jump the gun.
Just let her know.
You got to get through this desert island thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
3 beers.
Okay. Can I pick one that you already picked?
Yeah, dude, that's fine.
All right. So
you're not on my island, I promise you. You got banished.
Well, good.
You got banished and sent out on a raft, and you're on a much smaller, much worse island than I'm on.
Well, your island stinks. So.
No, my island is awesome. That's why I sent you away.
Oh. Well, if it's so awesome, why are you on there by yourself?
Who said I'm by myself?
It stinks because he eats a lot of shellfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not good, you know. You have to be careful with that stuff.
A lot of healthy fats, though.
True.
Yeah.
True.
My skin looks great. A little burnt.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And I'm going to make sure, with my beers, I'm going to bring a dermatologist, too.
Oh.
Keep an eye on stuff.
You have to pick one can to be like your Wilson.
Oh, the one can of the
Yeah.
3 I picked.
Yeah. Which one are you going to stick hair in and talk to?
Probably the pills.
Okay.
It has it has more of a face to it, I think.
Yeah.
Buried Hatch is more like art.
Okay.
I would hang that up on my cave wall.
Yeah.
And the goes I would cut open and like try to catch reflections to cook things or signal help.
Okay.
That's where we're going.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Kennedy,
All
go.
right.
So
Come on,
mine.
Kennedy.
Mine. Hold on. I got something weird on my screen. Okay.
Great.
So, Real Elgosa, for sure.
Yeah.
This, I
Hands
just-
down.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another one is going to be Independence Illustrated Man. I
Good beer.
absolutely love that beer. Dark sour ale. Oh, it's so good. And then finally, I would round it off with the Live Oak Hefeweizen
Okay.
because I love that one too.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid picks.
Yeah.
Solid picks all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay, good call. Martin, there you go. Desert Island. Which-
Now you guys have to decide which island you'd like to be on.
That's true.
Can we say
The
Galveston
the
Island?
listeners and watchers can decide whose island they're going to go to.
Simply based on the beer or the company?
Just based on the beer, whatever they want to base it on. But I think we know who's going to win,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're way into the show already, and we haven't talked about the thing we should normally talk about, so we should talk about it right
Right.
now. So I'll hit the little button and we'll talk about it.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
So Kennedy brought some beer today. He can take this and say what he brought.
All right. So the two smaller ones, those are both B52 beers.
Which, by the way, not small.
well, small. I said smaller as compared to the other.
Right, but saying
Big
just
one.
for people for scale,
Yeah.
people who may not be familiar with what's in front of them right now on their screen,
Yeah.
the B52 beers, not small beers.
That's true. So we have a 32-ounce crowler and two 16-ounce cans.
Yes.
The two 16-ounce cans are both B52s, which, by the way, Jeffrey, you are asking, and those are Josh's beer that I took from his refrigerator, so I can't say one way or another if those are stolen or not.
Those were not stolen. Those were given to me by Dave Omer.
He says they're not stolen, so if we're going to take Josh for his word, they are indeed not stolen.
Dave Omer handed me those beers and said, please enjoy. And so we will.
That's his story, so we'll just go with they are not stolen. The other one, the Crowler, is a NEPA, New England IPA from Eureka Heights, called So Hot Right Now.
Does that mean that it's going to be hazy?
It
Yeah.
is going to be very hazy and very delicious.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say this.
Hold
I
on.
think the 32-ounce Crowler. I want to go for a because of the Andre the Giant documentary that just came out on HBO. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, it's a must-watch, especially
Yeah.
if you're not familiar with all the stories. Oh, we don't have any glasses, do we? Good call. I'll stall. We are well prepared today for the show. I think the 32-ounce Crowler, Catherine, should be relabeled as the Andre can.
Okay. Because
Right.
it is grande.
It's his, like, if you've seen the picture of his hand holding the regular size beer and it looks like a child's toy beer.
His hand over people's faces?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
so huge.
Yeah, it's like a football helmet, but a mitt. Like it's
So
like catcher
cute.
mitts. He's like an actual
Yeah.
catcher mitt. His hand
Yeah.
was so big.
Yeah. And that one scene where they were talking about how women were fascinated by him, I was like, ooh, I don't think so.
Well, the Ric Flair explanation was perfect as to why they would be fascinated.
Right.
You know, so it's like, did you see the ring size on the guy?
Right.
He just starts
But I think I
giggling.
would be more like terrified.
Yeah, well, different strokes for
Different
different folks.
tastes, yeah.
Different whatever you're into.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into.
Yeah.
All right, pour it up, Kennedy. I'm anxious. Okay, so Jules got that for you, right?
She did.
When was this?
Saturday.
Okay. That's great. I don't know anything about. Did they print? Is on the label on the back? Does it have a description of the beer, or just kind of in general Eureka information? Is that beer info, or do I need to look it up?
I'll read it. It's pretty fun.
Okay, it's gonna be hilarious. This work written by Eureka Heights, read by Kennedy. Read by Kennedy. Hey, I'm friends with your dad on Facebook, Kennedy. Everybody should be friends with with Kennedy's dad. No, he's a cool dude. He quoted lyrics the other day.
What?
Yeah, he quoted.
Sorry, I need to get on my.
No. Yeah, no. Kennedy's dad quoted lyrics the other day on his Facebook page. Just quoted them, or maybe it was Twitter. Is he on Twitter? He's on Instagram for sure.
What lyrics from what?
I don't remember. I just remember it was like rock lyrics or something along those lines.
Oh.
I was like, look at that. Kennedy's dad's
Nice.
pretty hip. That's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, he's a very nice guy. He's, when I met him here at the house in the studio, very kind man.
Yeah.
Very
When he
likable.
told you that he wishes that you were his son.
Yeah. It got a little.
That one moment. That's awkward, but it needed to be said.
What do you say?
No, it was sweet.
He said, "I wish you were my son."
Yeah, only like once or twice. It was not. I think he was
He may have sent a private message to Josh.
just not more than once or twice a week.
Just
It's not,
requesting a name change, but not a big deal.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think he meant it in like he doesn't want you as a son.
He just meant that he'd rather have Josh.
Maybe. It's probably this. It's kind of like the island, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Kind of like the island. It's
Yeah.
different preferences.
It doesn't mean that you're not in the top 5.
Yeah.
It just means that there's only room for one, you know?
Yeah. It's like Martin called and said, "Hey, who would you want to be your son?"
Yeah.
And so for the sake of this,
Ooh, I can only pick
and
one.
he picked you.
Right.
yeah. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
everybody should be friends with your dad on Facebook.
Yes. Like everyone in the entire world.
Anybody within the sound of my voice.
Okay.
So potentially, the world.
Yeah.
We're all out there.
That's who listens to this show, Kennedy.
Yeah. I was looking at my downloads for the podcast for Interbrews.
Okay.
Like over 100 countries.
That is so exciting. Some of them, when I go look at mine, I'm like, well, I didn't know. Is that real?
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not
Do
going to
they
question
understand me?
it. Yeah, I'm not going to question it. My Greenland numbers need to come up.
Well, you're not the first person I've heard say that.
Yeah, it's a tough market to crack.
It really is.
So why aren't you talking about ice beers? I'm like,
Yeah.
I can only devote so much. They love ice beers up there in Greenland.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a whole market, a whole niche market that somebody could just go after.
Just got to tap into Greenland.
Yeah. This episode brought to you by the Visit Greenland Tourism Board.
That's right.
Visit Greenland today. Not so green, lots of land.
But there is land. Yes.
All right. Let me read you this. The Eureka warning on the back of this.
All right, I'll just drink beer.
Okay. Only Austin people should drink Eureka Heights beer.
Okay.
Non-Austin people may become too awesome for their own good. Consumption of this delicious liquid impairs your ability to be lame or operate a ballad-heavy playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ballads.
Yeah, ballads.
Like slow. Love songs.
Yeah. Like Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or Celine Dion would be another one.
Yes. Yes. Michael Bolton, maybe?
Yeah. Michael Bolton, strong ballad or power ballads. So like
Journey?
Journey or Def Leppard's got some, right? Mm-hmm. Some power ballads. Mm-hmm. Would you consider Every Rose a power ballad?
Yes.
Oh, you know what's more like typical, like the best example of a power ballad? Damn Yankees, Can You Take Me High Enough?
Higher.
I don't know
Can
that.
you take me higher?
Can You Take Me Higher, whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, okay. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, Damn Yankees don't get enough respect
Yeah.
as a super group.
No, I saw them.
I think there might be a reason for that. I'm not a music critic, so,
Yeah, but if you were.
but if I was, I don't know.
I mean, they're in the top, 5 or 6 super groups in the last 20 years that I know of.
Okay.
Damn Yankees?
That
That's
I'm
including
saying
like
super groups that I know of.
U2 and
U2's not a super group. A super group defined as like 2 big like solo artists or multiple parts of different groups coming together to make a super
Oh,
group.
I see. So like when like all those rocker dudes came together.
Yes, Audio
Did
Slave.
that thing. Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, Audio Slave is a super group,
Yeah.
Menudo?
of course.
Okay.
Menudo ever evolving though.
Yeah, Velvet Revolver, Temple of the Dog, which I guess you could call them a group, but it technically is just an album, right? And they weren't really super at the time. That's a that's if you said I don't know.
Well, super can be good or bad.
No, I'm just saying they were like Eddie Vedder jumped in before he was Eddie Vedder, technically
Oh,
when
I
it was
see.
recorded, but then it was released after that Pearl Jam's 10 came out. So,
So would
it's a iffy. It depends on where your line is.
would Van Halen be a super group when they took on Sammy Hagar?
See, that's I don't know because of course Sammy Hagar was, he
Their
was
downfall?
No, not their downfall.
Was he?
No, they were not as good as Van Hagar, not as good as original Van Halen, for
Yeah.
sure, right? But he was not the downfall. I think Eddie's drinking and just general personality.
Right.
If
Not
we're
good.
behind the music, Liquid Lunch behind the music.
Which we are.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I would not classify that as a super group. I would just call that as a big free agent signing.
Okay.
That's like Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors. Not the Dream Team. Dream Team was the Olympic team. Thank you, Hazel.
What about Belle Biv DeVoe? That a super group?
No, I don't think so.
What about Boys to Men?
No.
No, and Boyz II Men's not.
That doesn't. You're
They were
not.
just a
I don't
group.
think you understand the definition.
No.
They were just awesome.
Yeah. They weren't solo artists before they came together. Right?
Wait,
Belle
which,
Biv DeVoe was just
which was the one Bobby Brown was in?
That was New Edition, but he was in that before he was Bobby Brown. New Edition broke apart, so that's like the opposite.
Oh, sorry.
New Edition broke apart, and then you got Belle Biv DeVoe and Bobby Brown and a couple other things.
But Belle Biv DeVoe was definitely.
They were
solo.
parts of New Edition. That's not a super group. That's a whole new thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Another super. Let's somebody come up with some super groups. I don't know. We need some more people in
Send
the
us
chat.
call in with your favorite super groups.
Yeah. Who was the
hold
best?
on. Coverdale Page.
Was that Jimmy Page and what is that?
Jimmy Page and somebody Coverdale.
Would Wilson Phillips be considered a super group since they're offspring?
No, that
No.
doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
No, they were super,
They were super
but they weren't.
and a
they-
group.
But they're not a super group.
Okay.
Yeah, not a super group. Let me think of another. There's got to be some more super groups that I'm not thinking of. Why don't you? Somebody Google best super groups. I'll do it.
I got it.
Okay, you got it.
Somebody else want to chime in?
No, nobody's chiming in. I'm gonna say Audio Slave is the biggest super group.
Oh, I got one.
What?
Cream.
Oh yeah, yeah. I suppose.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh, what what you call it? It's the Wildebeest. No,
Wildebeest.
the Wandering Wildebeest or whatever they were with Roy Orbison and Tom Petty and George Harrison and
that's a super group?
that
for
is
sure.
a super duper group. That's okay. I don't know. They only had like 3 or 4 songs that were because they only did the one album, I think.
Well, that's all you need.
Possibly, I guess. You could also say, who was I thinking of? I just had it in my head.
I got a good one.
What?
The Three Tenors.
Name them.
Okay.
Not without look. You just look. That doesn't count.
No,
Can you
I
name the
know.
3 tenors, Catherine? All I know is Pavarotti.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. That's not the only one I know.
Palacio Domingo.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
I would
Yeah.
call that a super group. But that's in kind of something.
Yeah.
Who was I thinking of? The Wilderberries, and then
Texas Tornadoes.
who was that? That
It's Freddie Fender.
who else? We gotta have
Some other guys.
that doesn't count if you don't know the other guys.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? It was on the tip of my brain. Huh?
Slash's Snake Pit.
Nah, that doesn't count. Velvet Revolver counts, but Slash is Snake Pit does not count.
I feel so bad for him.
Why is that?
Well, he hasn't been able to see in like 50 years. He's like a dog that never got groomed.
Yeah, one of those like got that curly hair like a poodle.
Just crazy. And you know that at this point, that can't be sustaining well.
It's true. Probably repels
You
the
know what
water
I'm
well.
saying?
Yeah. But
Like as you get older, that stuff thins out. So
he never takes that hat off.
maybe he's got a weave.
Oh,
Maybe it's all just attached to the hat,
Maybe.
and he's completely bald.
I got another one.
Okay, who?
A Perfect Circle.
Who was in a Perfect Circle?
It was the singer from Tool.
Uh-huh. What's that guy's name? He's like owns a winery now.
Yeah, the guitar player from Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
The drummer from... Oh, he's been in a lot of things, but he was in the Vandals.
Okay.
Nine Inch Nails, Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
And some other guy that was... I don't know what he does, but he was in Marilyn Manson.
Okay. No, well, I can't name any Perfect Circle songs right off the top of my head. So.
No, not a fan.
The Highwaymen, the superest supergroup of all time. Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Chris Christopherson. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, Johnny Cash, just with Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson alone. That's, but
Willie Nelson just had his birthday.
what, like 82?
He's like 137, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
That is the best argument for taking up marijuana.
I mean, I wonder, like, if you cut one of his braids, if you can see all the rings on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid Lunch is considered a supergroup, Jeff.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We actually are. Yeah.
So we have multiple podcasts on our own,
Right?
and then we've come together. So, gosh, if we were to bring on one other person, I don't know who we would do.
We'd be like a super duper group.
Yeah.
We're super selective, though. That's the real issue.
Well, come on.
And most people aren't available
Are you?
at noon on.
You have
Thursdays.
to be a really great kind of mix of funny, charismatic,
For sure.
and lazy.
Oh, did you just
To a T.
give
It's
me
got to
a?
be marinated in that way. I'm not talking about you.
Did you just give me a compliment?
No.
I was talking about me and Josh.
Yeah. You're not considered in on the supergroup.
It's
This is
not
your only
always
show.
about you, Kennedy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We need
Prophets
to
of
work on that.
Rage.
Was that after Audio Slave? And see how you just tried to hijack that conversation?
Well, we're talking about super.
Turn it back to Kennedy.
Yeah. It's always got to
It's
be.
like my childhood all over again.
Yeah. What? You knew Kennedy when you were young?
No, she wasn't that lucky.
No, I
And you're not that old.
missed that.
Oh, wait, you were young. Kennedy wasn't young. Army of Anyone, Adam Cryer says. Who is in Army of Anyone, Adam Cryer? See, I don't guess I'm like, oh, I know a lot about music. I guess I don't.
Eric Clapton's Powerhouse.
If it's got his name on it, though, it can't be a super.
Yeah.
That's just dudes playing with Eric Clapton. Oh, you know what? Speaking of like nuance and definition of things.
Okay.
All right, I'm not going to name any names,
Okay.
but went to eat what was
No.
said was to be breakfast at a place.
Okay. A
That-
chain restaurant or a local
No.
establishment?
This is a local. They make fantastic food, and that's
Okay.
why I was so excited because they said we're serving breakfast,
Okay.
and it was on the weekend. So it's you would think breakfast would go till when would you say like on Saturday? When should somebody serve breakfast until?
11?
At the latest, or at the
Noon.
noon,
Noon.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something along those lines. So we got there at like 10:30.
Okay. They're done.
Almost. We were the last ones to get the thing. So I'm not complaining about that. But I said, hey, do you have coffee? And they said, no.
Coffee is an all-day beverage.
One, coffee, even if it's dirt coffee, is better than no coffee.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say. I'm going to throw
But
it out
there
there.
is no timeline on coffee, in my opinion.
No, and that's the thing is like all these craft beer bars and stuff. Like if you've seen Roadhouse enough to know, there's always some badass that's going to come in and you need some leaded.
Coffee.
You need leaded. Yeah, he's going to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, give me some coffee, like leaded or unleaded." And of course, he'll say leaded, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say if you're going to advertise that you're making and serving breakfast,
Right.
gotta have coffee.
Oh, they had no coffee at all?
They weren't serving coffee.
It's not included. It's not that they were out.
It wasn't an option.
That is stupid.
Yeah. So
Who eats breakfast without coffee?
no
Other
one.
than children.
Well,
and even my kids load up in the morning.
I don't even like coffee.
mute your mic.
God.
See, that's
Why?
that's
You see what I'm saying?
that really does. That's a questionable that really makes me scratch my head about you, Ken. But hold on, let me go on my. I'm just gonna say if you're gonna advertise that you're making breakfast, but you don't serve coffee, you're not
Yeah.
you're not making breakfast. You're just cooking eggs.
Kennedy, how do you wake up in the morning? Like, what do you don't? What do you do other than take your morning poop and all that stuff? Like, what
Well,
after
I'm not
that?
on a poop schedule, so there's usually not a morning
How are
poop.
you not on?
Yeah. How are you not even on Weight Watchers? You're not. You haven't
No.
evened out with all this healthy eating.
No, I'm all over the
Everybody,
place.
you're just random times throughout the day.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
know- I
anyway,
know
okay.
a lot
So
of
how do
people-
you start the morning?
Easy. I just wake up whenever my body tells me to wake up.
And then you walk into the living room and shrug.
No, I usually
I got
wait-
to see Kennedy's apartment, Catherine. Let me say, not near as creepy as you would think. It was very nice. I mean, he just moved in,
Well, he has a girlfriend now too.
but it was very well put together. I was like, oh, look at this.
Yeah.
This is a guy that, you know,
Knows how to decorate.
a little bit, yeah. I mean, it definitely looks like a single dude place, which is fine
Yeah.
because that's what it is.
It's all TV.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
No.
not all TV. It wasn't obscene.
I've got a lot of artwork on the wall.
Yeah, artwork on the walls. It was neat.
okay.
Things were well placed and put together.
Nudes.
Just one or two, some
What?
guys.
Okay.
It was fun.
Some what?
Nudes.
Actually,
Art.
there's an artistic nude in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Artistic.
artistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Why not coffee? You not like coffee?
No, I don't like coffee.
Have you ever tried coffee?
Yes, I've tried a lot. Well, okay.
What do you eat? What do you drink with your breakfast?
You know, I don't usually even eat breakfast. I usually don't.
Stupid.
I usually don't eat until.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
Just the conversation.
I usually don't. Well, I mean, sometimes I eat breakfast for like lunch and stuff, but I usually don't eat before noon.
What time do you normally get up though?
Like 9. So I usually.
So you don't energize. You don't put any fuel in your body before you come do the show.
No, not today.
Yeah.
An energy drink.
Oh my gosh, dude! That's
First of all, you have to eat breakfast to boost your metabolism for the rest of the day, Kennedy.
Well, I try to.
So-
What I've been trying to do is do all my eating within like an 8-hour period.
Oh, I see.
So between like 12 and 8 is usually when I do all my
you gotta
eating,
push
so.
it back. You gotta push it back earlier. Eat some breakfast and drink some coffee.
Well, see, let's say I wake up usually.
even if you're like Catherine's mom and it's decaf still.
Right.
Yuck.
And you have to say things like, "Oh, I just can't start the day without my coffee," even though she's not even drinking coffee.
Does she
Well-
have like a sweater that she kind of pull?
So
Oh, always.
I will say this: I do like coffee when it's got like a shit ton of milk and sugar in it.
That's not coffee.
When it's a dessert.
Yeah. Then,
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Jules just said it's crazy.
No. So
Jules, did you help him decorate his apartment? I'll wait for the answer. We'll come back to that.
she did. I mean, she kind of did, but
Whatever
was-
she
it
did,
was mainly
I'm
me.
just saying, it turned out the whole thing turned out nice. And
I've
we
got
didn't
an
even get
eye
into
for
this.
these kind of
The
things.
reason I did not get suckered into going into Kennedy's apartment. I was helping him in with his new homebrew equipment, Catherine.
yes.
Oh, I thought he'd roofied you.
No. He couldn't carry me. There's no way.
Okay.
I'm too
I heard. So did he purchased all that stuff, or it was given to him?
procured.
Free and clear.
It was
There were never no extra boxes.
it was worked out.
Okay.
Yeah. At you know where he got it from?
I can take a guess.
Where do you think he got it?
Yeah. Did you get any hugs?
Yeah, actually.
Yes. I
We should
did.
have been at
We're
it.
definitely at the Grain Cellar with my favorite homebrew store owner, Preston.
Yep, sure did. We went over to Humble, took the
Yeah.
the short drive over to Humble, and went to the grain cellar.
Did you
Yeah.
know?
For all of Kennedy's homebrewing, winemaking, distilling, fermenting supplies, and equipment, including kettles
Yeah.
and buckets and siphons and funnels and bottles and hydrometers and
Yes, I was about to
thermometers
say
and
hydrometer.
and airlocks and bungs and bung holes and all of that.
Yes.
You
If
can
you
get all that-
Delicious. That's
yeah.
going to be one delicious beer.
Yeah,
If you
they,
want any, the best bung holes and bungs to plug up the bung hole
yeah.
is at the Grain Cellar.
He brewed his beer yesterday at
Okay.
the Grain Cellar
did.
with the help of one
did.
Preston Brown. It was amazing.
Okay.
He was able to. Did you brew on the Grain Father,
Yes.
The
The
magic-
the robot.
the magic trash can, the Grain
Yeah.
Father, which you
Yeah.
can get
Okay.
at the Grain Cellar. Which when I make my brew shed, build my brew shed, it's
You can
gonna
get
have-
one of those?
Be a Grain
Those
Father.
are- I wish I had one.
Footprint small. It's great for
I wish I
apartment
had
brewing.
one. Yeah.
But all in one kind of deal. But anyway, you too can get a Grain Father or anything else homebrew, your first like kit to make your first homebrew, which was what? Would y'all make a Blondale?
Blondale, yeah.
Blondale. And you just got to go to 240 First Street West, Humble, Texas 77338. Graincellar.com.
Did you know that he has over 87 different types of hops at the Grain Cellar?
That's a shit ton of hops.
Yes. He has the biggest variety of hops in all the Houston area.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
That is true.
That's
That is a truth bomb just landed on Liquid Lunch.
yeah.
He is the only place in the Houston area where you can get Badger hops.
Are those from Wisconsin?
They don't give a shit.
Oh, Michigan, I think. Michigan, Wisconsin, something like that.
Badgers seem like Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Let's go with Wisconsin. I know you're not into sports, but trust me.
No, somewhere up there. But he just got a fresh shipment yesterday. Only place in the Houston area where you can get these special hops. Check it
That's
out.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So a great store. You can go in, hang out, try out some of his ciders or some other stuff.
Take
he may
some
have.
classes.
Take some classes. He'll brew with you and for a discount, right?
Yeah.
On your ingredients for your first batch.
If he does which is awesome. This is very awesome about
Literally
the Grain
held
Cellar.
Kennedy's hand.
Yeah,
literally,
he did.
like
and he has such a tender touch too.
Oh,
He
of course
moisturizes.
he sure does.
I can look at Preston and know that he takes good care of his skin because
Yeah.
he likes to give hugs to everyone.
You know what the key to like some really nice soft skin is? Choline. Take choline every day.
Choline.
Choline. It's a B vitamin.
Yeah.
I take
Is that for your colon?
no choline is for your skin, but it's also a
Could you use it on your
nootropic.
colon?
Huh?
Could you use it on your colon?
Could you massage it on your colon?
I mean, yeah, I guess you can massage anything on your colon if you really wanted to, but they're pills.
Could you
so it might
massage sandpaper on your colon?
if you really want to?
If you're into that,
It's America, man, and Texas.
yeah.
You know, do what you want. But
Yeah.
I take choline and inositol, 2 B vitamins. One helps with liver function, helps get rid of fatty liver. So if you've been eating a real, shitty diet and you want to clean out that liver, get on some of that. I mean,
That sounds uncomfortable.
no, just pill. It's just a saying. It's just a,
But
like
I mean,
a
the
vitamin.
clean out sounds uncomfortable.
Oh no, 30 days. 30 days.
Oh,
I think recommend. I'm no doctor.
It's not one. It's not one clean out all at once.
No. It doesn't just like your liver doesn't fall at the bottom. I'm just saying it's.
I'm just checking.
No, it's like a cleansing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can. You know where you can get some of that stuff. You can order and subscribe and save on Amazon. And when you go to Amazon, you can use our link liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon.
Right.
Put a little wind in our sails and
Right.
help us along.
Yeah.
Can I say one last thing about the Grain Cellar?
You can say more than
Of
one
course.
thing, but let me tell you about this choline and inositol. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So I'm no doctor, and none
No.
of this information should be taken as medical advice. This is just what I do personally.
However, I wouldn't mind calling you Dr. Stewart.
Sure, if you want to,
I mean, I don't know.
or just Doc.
Okay.
I don't know if I can just latch
Or
on.
just
Josh Tur.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a little one of those reflective things that they
Or,
wore back in the
or
day.
Josh MD.
Josh MD. Mad drunk.
There we go.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? I take it every day. It's great. Choline and inositol. I think if you do, like 1,500 milligrams a day of each, something like that. I don't know. Don't go with that. Never mind. Go do your research. I'll post a link to the doctor video that I saw. But it's great for your liver. It's a nootropic, so it helps with your brain. It makes you have really soft skin. It's all good things. All good things. So anyway, okay. That being said, what were you going to say about the Grain Cellar?
Okay. Only place in town with imperial yeast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Badger it's Tenacious Badger.
Okay.
Those are
They all are.
Those are the hops.
That sounds gangsta.
Yeah, it does.
Tenacious Badger.
Sounds like
Okay.
it would eat
Only
away.
place in town you can get Tenacious Badger hops.
Get some of that TB.
Okay. If you brew at the store,
Yeah.
which is Preston will give you a personal brewing lesson, one-on-one brewing, Preston Brown for free, and you get 20% off your ingredients if you brew at the store.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yes. And I think, but most importantly, out of everything, you get those hugs.
We got our hugs, Catherine. Walked
Yeah.
in. Yelled.
Oh, you went with him.
Not on the brew day, the day before.
Okay.
Went by to facilitate the procurement of the homebrew starter kit.
Okay.
Got on it, got his stuff, and then had the whole thing set up. And then I scurried off to work. I just wanted to make sure that my guy got his stuff, and that I went and got my hug.
Okay.
And let me tell you. Oh, here's another thing. Here's the thing. Latest thing from the grain seller. You ready for this? Not everybody wants a hug. Not everybody is comfortable with a hug. Okay?
That's not true.
I'm just saying, physical touch, though, is very important.
I'm pretty sure. I don't want to speak for Preston, but it's consensual. He's not mobbing people with hugs.
No. But he's also not going to force himself onto somebody who's a little wary. Like maybe you've had a bad experience.
I backs it up maybe a little bit.
So you can trade in one hug for 2 fists.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he said this guy came in. He's like, "Hey," and then, like right after we were there, and he's like, "Do you want a hug?" And the guy just held out his fist and goes, "All right, I'll fist you." And so he just fisted the guy.
Oh,
Right
don't ever
then.
tell anyone you're gonna fist them.
Well, he's
That's
like,
it.
boom, right
That's
there.
fine. You can go to.
That's what
you
he
go to the grain
right?
cellar.
Yeah.
No, I don't
he'll-
want a hug. I want to fist you instead.
He just was like, boom,
That's
right there.
different.
Is
Yeah,
that
you-
huh?
I think Preston took that the wrong way.
What? No, it was just.
You can get fisted at the
Oh,
grain
he's just
cellar,
asking
or you can get
for
hugged
something
at the
else.
grain cellar.
Isn't that what? And that's what, right? Just like boom, right? Come on, give me a. Come on,
I
Catherine.
think it's the same motion.
Yeah.
For sure.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so,
so-
you can get fisted, or you can get hugged.
Yeah, boom.
Or none.
Yeah, so that's totally.
Yeah, it's up to you.
It's cool.
He's all about the fisting.
I mean, sure. That's
It's whatever you're. He doesn't want anybody to be uncomfortable.
No.
no.
I mean, if you don't want either of the two, then it's cool.
Then take nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You owe it to yourself to take something.
Preston needs a shirt that says "I got fisted at the grain cellar."
Yeah. You know what he wanted there? I mean, beyond just the
Fisting.
fisting. He wanted some Barbacoa apparel shirts.
Well, Preston, I'm the girl for you. That's my job.
Yeah. So
Brett is to sprinkle Barbacoa apparel all over this nation.
yes. So Barbacoa apparel also sponsor of today's episode. Go to barbacoaapparel.com/shop
Shop.
and you can order
Go get it.
any of those fantastic tees.
Get those taco tees,
Oh yeah,
y'all.
you're new to the buttons.
Yeah.
The buttons.
Pins. We got pins now.
Yeah.
Or the pins, yeah. Sorry, pins, not buttons.
We've got the y'all pin.
Yeah, that's y'all.
Yeah, with a little asterisk because everyone spells it wrong. We've got the
Do they?
brand.
Wait, hold on. Can we come back to this?
Yeah.
How do people spell it?
People like to put the apostrophe after the A. LL.
It's not how.
Also, there's something that you should know about Barbacoa apparel that maybe a lot of people don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
But with the exception of me, the 3 other partners in the business are all editors.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that ties into our merchandise as well.
Got you. Okay, so it should be because y'all is a contraction of you all.
Right.
So it should be Y
Apostrophe A-L-L.
not Y-A apostrophe L-L, which would be
Right.
whatever. What's Y-A? Could be
Yeah.
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 y'all,
Yeah.
or it could be, I don't know, Yakima.
Just remember, it's not a real word.
What,
Yeah.
y'all?
Y'all.
Sure
It
it
is
is.
now.
Yeah, it's in like, it's not
In the
even,
dictionary.
is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it didn't used to be.
Same with 8.
Back in my days.
Yeah. Okay. Also, hey, Caleb Wilson's watching. Hey,
What's
Caleb.
up, Caleb?
Okay.
What's up? Hey, do we have any more of that?
Fiery little ginger.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Pour me a little more sip, a little sip. What's the ABV on this guy?
It
we know?
is 6-point tree.
Okay, 6.3. Not.
You think 6-point tree?
Yeah, he's
You have a speech impediment?
it's his
A
inner.
little something we should get addressed?
It's his inner. He's like mad excited about Arbor Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who isn't, though?
I mean, really. Hey, speaking of holidays, Cinco de Mayo
Yeah.
this weekend. Right?
Holiday.
We also have what, Rockets Jazz Game 3. That's a holiday, even though we got beat last night. That's depressing.
Boo.
Astros lost 2. Did y'all see Giles punch himself in the face? Have y'all seen that?
What up, Caleb?
Anybody? Catherine, did you see
Giles? Somebody punched himself in the face?
Giles punched himself in the face after
I
he gave
don't
up
even
runs?
know what you're talking about.
The pitcher for the Astros? Never mind. If you want to
I
talk
don't
about
know.
it, hit me up on
do it.
Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter.
Make a touchdown?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, he scored a
From the
goal.
free throw line?
He scored a goal.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
anyway,
Could I talk about a little something that I
Please.
was real excited about?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On Netflix?
mm-hmm.
The Rachel Divide?
The what?
The Rachel Divide. Have you guys got down on this?
Oh, I thought you said the Rachel device.
No. Kennedy. The Rachel Divide. It's a new documentary on Netflix about Rachel Dolezal, the woman that identifies as being black, but she's actually a white lady.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go.
You guys need to watch this. Let me just say that you won't come away from it feeling like she's any less crazy than you already think that she is.
Mm-mm.
However, the story is very interesting.
How long until that's? Is it at the end of the are there people on the not podcast the documentary where they are accepting of her?
Yes, but
Thing
I
of
did
her-
not see them interview any other people who felt like they themselves were also, the word that she uses is transracial.
Yeah.
I didn't see them interviewing anyone else. It's a really interesting subject to me.
This is the individual that like became.
She
like-
was the
like-
president of
or
the Spokane NAACP.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and had identified herself as being black for many years, and then they
Turns out
uncovered
she's
that she
very
actually
white.
is just a white lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a hot story for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Well, she's doubled down on it. You got to give it to her.
She never backed away and has doubled down on it. Yeah, she's not gonna relent.
It just, I think if you just yell something long enough, people will just be like,
believe
"Ah,
it."
fine, whatever.
Well, I think if you yell something long enough, you yourself will believe it.
No, I
Yeah.
think she believes it. I think she's to that point.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
saying everybody else will just be like, fine, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, just take it. I mean, I don't want to say anything about whether or not it's right for her to say that or do that because I'm not a black person, so I'm not going to pretend to know what that's like. But it's just a fascinating story, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you can reverse. You can put it in a context to where you could comment on it, right? I'm just saying. You know, I don't want to get into too heavy of a subject. That's not really the show.
Yeah.
But if I were to, say, "Hey, I'm Hispanic," and just
It'd be pretty angering to Hispanic people.
yes, listen to Hazel. It was a hypothetical, Hazel. It was.
Hazel's not having it. She's like, no,
It's,
no.
Listen. All right, you're right. You're right.
You don't.
Is she
you
washing
have a
clothes?
No,
Yeah.
no. It's listen, Hazel. It's fine. It was a.
I tell you what, though, I am all for people living however makes them happy. Yeah, she's really pissed now. See that? Now it's going to be a whole thing all day. She's probably going to make signs.
Yeah, protest outside.
Yeah.
Should be in her. Okay, I'm just all right. I get it. Stick to what we're good at. I understand, Hazel. Producer Hazel,
Yeah.
making sure we stay inside the bounds. I
Yeah.
apologize. I apologize. Okay.
Don't have opinions.
No, it's just we're not going to advance anybody's opinions on this show about that in this amount of time. I get it.
No. Not going to happen.
Now that's a good conversation to have over a beer in your house,
Yes, it's
1-to-1.
fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating thing to me.
I think that's the biggest thing for me. Those conversations, like if you're, I unfriended somebody on Facebook this morning because I just read like what they put and I was just like, this is the worst. And I was like, I'm going to comment back. And then I sat there and thought about it for a second. I was like, nope.
Never do it.
Just unfriended and blocked. And I was like,
Every time I've ever done that, and I have spontaneous moments where I feel like I really just need to say something here.
Uh-huh.
I always regret it.
yeah, it doesn't do anything.
No, nobody gives a shit what I have to say.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right.
Yeah, except for the people that already agreed with me anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you want to have a meaningful conversation, get a beer, sit down
Yeah.
face to face so you can like say something like 80% of all communication is body language, right?
Yeah.
Nonverbal.
Whatever. Same thing.
Not exactly.
What else is there between verbal and body language? What else is there? Isn't the rest of that body language? Or do you throw off essence?
Sure.
Does your aura change, Kennedy? Is that what happens? What color is my aura? Right now.
Amber.
No, it's like this straw color. It's hazy. My aura is hazy right now, Catherine.
How is that hazy beer?
Delicious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
It's not as hazy as like other hazy beers.
It doesn't look like lemonade. Like sometimes it gets real
Yeah.
thick.
Yeah, like
it
orange
looks
juice
thick.
or something.
But this,
Yeah.
when did Jules get this beer?
Saturday.
See, okay, so that's the thing with Nipas. I don't, Nipas are one of those things where I haven't really like dove in and really gotten deep in like what makes a Nipa a Nipa. But I do know that when they package them, a lot of times the haze falls out a bit,
Yeah.
and it's so after like if you can't get it like right out of the brewery, like right there from the bright tank or whatever, you're gonna get a little less haze or what, I don't know. So it's just madness in the style guideline world now.
But those B52 beers right there, those are hazy. They look like orange juice.
Well, yeah, but we're not gonna crack those open.
No,
Because I'm going to wait till this weekend and have them with my wife. She loves IPAs. Yeah. She loves them. She loves hoppy beers, Catherine. She loves them. Like, almost to the point where it's like...
Like you feel uncomfortable?
A little bit. I'm like, I think she likes them more than she likes me.
Well, I mean,
they're lovely, but
yeah.
maybe I'm just, they're the new thing.
That would be an interesting counseling session.
Yeah. Well, if the therapist served an IPA, which
Yeah.
she wouldn't even listen.
No.
She'd just be like, this is delicious.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Jeffrey just kind of schooled me.
What's that?
So they're called hazy or juicy IPAs, and it's different than New England IPAs.
Oh, dude, I can't keep up.
No.
Can't keep up. And Jeffrey, who's we? Who's we? That's what I wanna
It
know.
actually said, can we call them hazy / juicy IPA?
Oh, well,
Not-
there's so much
not New
variation.
England
See, that's the
IPAs.
thing. It's like they're a variation on IPA, right?
Yeah.
And they don't really, I don't know, fit into the IPA. Oh, Black Monitor. I think our monitor died.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Catherine, our monitor died.
Okay. That's all right.
It's okay.
Is it? But now, and that shot looks horrible. Just a big black screen. Anyway, we need, if more people would go to Amazon.com and buy their wares, Amazon.com/liquidlunch,
Yeah.
maybe we could get enough to get a new monitor. But that would take a concerted effort. So, I don't
You'd
know.
have to rise up as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And keep us from spending it on other stuff.
Right.
So,
Right.
anyway, we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have a monitor you want to donate, that was
I donated that one.
Kennedy's from college.
Well, they didn't have flat screens when I was in college.
Oh,
We
They didn't have television, actually.
yeah, we had we only had like
one of your suite mates held the candle and somebody else held the picture in front of it.
yeah.
The monitor was an actual person
Yeah,
that
his
walked
name.
up down the hall.
He had to get the monitor, the hall monitor.
Yeah, we had like candles and fingers to make little creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, shadow puppets, I think, is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had shadow puppets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A lost art.
It is.
Lost art.
Really, though, it is. Yeah.
I miss the days of shadow.
Somebody needs to start a shadow puppet live stream.
Somebody, I'm sure, does have one.
You think so?
You can find anything on YouTube, guys.
Okay. That's true.
And I can make a shadow dog like no one's business.
Well, according to Catherine, it is somebody's business.
Someone's business. I haven't looked it up, but I would assume that someone has a shadow puppet business that they're trying to peddle somewhere.
Yeah. Catherine, I want to talk to you for a second.
Okay.
It's fast approaching the summer.
Unfortunately.
What are we going to do?
Well, this is weird. Before Hazel turned 1, it didn't feel like I had that many kids. Now, for some reason,
Yeah.
it feels like I have 15 children in here. And I have no idea. I'm losing my mind. I'm not losing my mind, but I'm very tired.
Oh.
I have no idea.
How many hours of sleep do you get a night?
I actually get pretty good sleep because everyone goes down at 8. My whole house shuts down at 8.
Okay.
Okay? Listen, parents, if you want to give yourself a treat, okay? And it's hard. You got to get it synced up, and everybody's got to, everybody's got to do it. Give yourself a treat. Put those kids down at 8 p.m.
Oh. Okay, at 8. That's the caveat. Don't just put them down.
Well, 9's too late.
Yeah.
Because then I'm tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get about an hour before I drift into slumber of just quiet.
So you go to sleep at 9.
Sometimes 8:30, depending on what kind of day it's been.
And then you're up at what time?
Up at 5:30. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say 9. How many hours is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Or there's not 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's right where you need to be, but it's not like an exorbitant amount. Okay, so I was listening to a podcast about there's this British guy who must be smart because he has a British accent. But all he does is study sleep.
And I bet he's uber sexy. Even if he's not.
No, he had a nice coif of hair and spoke very eloquently about his... and he didn't go outside of his realm of specialty. All he does, he's like 25, 30 years of sleep study.
Okay.
Basically talked about how the whole myth that somebody can function on like 6 or less is just all BS. Okay. All BS. There's just no data. There's like 1% of or less than 1% of the population that can function on like 5.5, 6 hours. Sort of. They just don't get hurt as bad. But after that, I mean, if you're not getting more than between 7 and 9, you're in sleep debt. And he talked about how the epidemic of tired driving, like deaths from tired driving, is way higher than drunk driving. Like that's how dangerous it is. We know how bad drunk driving is.
Right.
But triple that the cause of death or whatever, like tired, when you factor that in.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the health risk associated with not sleeping enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Alzheimer's and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Thrown in there with not getting good sleep. So
hold on. What were we just talking about?
Sleep. Would you go into a micro sleep or something?
That's an Alzheimer's joke.
Oh.
That's not funny.
It was in bad taste, in poor taste.
Yeah. So anyway, sleep. Way to go. I don't get enough sleep. I'll fully admit it. Most of us are in a sleep debt, is what he called it, sleep debt. And your brain will take it back eventually.
Yeah.
Like people will go into if you're way far into a sleep debt, you'll go to micro sleeps.
I tell you what, when Jason and I first started dating, because he does the 2 weeks of night shifts and then 2 weeks of day shifts.
Yeah.
And his body never really evens out properly. I thought he was narcoleptic. Mm-hmm. Because he would literally fall asleep on our dates.
Yeah. He's just in debt, sleep debt.
He's just tired.
It's just his brain will take over. So, he talked about work, less work. You can be way more productive if you've had a lot more sleep, even if you're working hours less than trying to stay up all night and finish a project or something like that.
Yeah.
Your ability to power through it's non-existent. It's a myth. The whole thing's a myth. And then the phones, they mess up your circadian rhythm. They get you.
Right.
That blue light. They get you. So that's why we should be a big advocate of day drinking, because that way your body can process it and you can get to, a good sleep, and hanging out at noon. And then when nighttime rolls around, we've done all our hanging out.
And putting your kids on a strict bedtime.
Yes. Put them down.
Crack that whip. Put them down even on the weekends. Even on the weekends, their asses are in bed at 8.
Yeah. I'll admit, I thought that was crazy, but, not so crazy, even though my kids don't get home till after that, but still.
Well,
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
I don't know because the schools start too early. That's the problem.
They start so early.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I don't like to I don't like my kids to get up, rush to get ready, rush out the door, and not you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not the way that I like them to start their day. So we give a little cushion so they can eat a nice breakfast. Mm-hmm. I'm not in there Martha Stewing it and making them breakfast. They make their own breakfast, but they have time to do that.
Yeah. True, Kennedy.
No.
I've made fun
breakfast.
So dumb.
Henry from Cypress Grape and Grain, he's watching, and Rodney from Cask Branding.
Hi guys.
Rodney does some good work.
That sounds sexy.
Cask Branding.
Yeah. He's out there doing all that branding.
Like a lot of these signs and stuff back here.
Yeah,
that's a product of, I don't know who all.
He should send you some of the leftover, the seconds,
Like the slightly askew.
There's just tiny bit, maybe instead of
there's
a letter missing or it's misspelled or
three-armed T-shirts.
Yes, that's what you should
send them over this way.
Yeah.
We can give them away.
Do you know what I learned?
What's that?
This is not pertinent to anything we're talking about, but I learned that someone that we were using to print our shirts was actually keeping the bad ones and giving them to her family members.
Yeah.
And she let it slip in a conversation that we were having, and we were like, wait, what? There's a Barbacoa apparel out there that we haven't approved.
What? Like how off?
So like maybe they printed it and the print was a little
Right. A little off.
off, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, those are good yard mowing T-shirts, right? Like would you be okay with that?
No,
Cut the
I
sleeve-
mean I don't care, but I just thought it was just it shocked me for a minute.
There's a
that
whole-
that was part of the protocol.
There's a whole underground
'Cause
economy.
I think for us, we would have preferred that they be donated to a good cause
Oh, yeah.
and not given to family members. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
So these were the
Yeah.
shirts that would be sold at Marshall's or Ross Dress for Less.
Right. Listen, in my family, if my mom were strolling through Marshall's and she saw Barbacoa apparel, we would have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they going out of business?
Marshalls?
I
Yeah,
don't
one of
see
those.
how. Every
I don't
time I
think
go,
so.
it's like
Or Dress Barn? One of those was shutting down.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Dress Barn.
Yeah. Who came up with the thought to name something Dress Barn?
Thank you, Josh. We're on that. Why would any woman want to shop somewhere that cows live? Like that doesn't. That's so unflattering.
It just. I mean, I know the horse is out of the barn, as they say on this one. They've been.
Wink, wink. Welcome to Dress Barn.
Right, they've got their whole thing going, but I really do think I saw like all these, brick and mortar stores. They're having trouble when you got something like Amazon,
Of
or
course.
if you go to liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon, and
That's right.
but just saying, it's hard,
Yeah.
tough to compete.
It's tough out there, man.
yeah. Times are tough.
Times are tough. Times are changing, is what they are. You got to adapt.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you still can't try on your clothes before you buy them if you're
Yeah.
getting them on Amazon.
Yet they'll get there. They'll send some virtually.
You know what I do sometimes?
What do you do?
Because my favorite store
Order
is
two?
a store called Anthropology.
Okay.
And they have lots of different brands in there. And sometimes I'll go to the store and try things on and then come home and search the internet. Find it cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Only slightly unethical, but
I mean, is it?
What's unethical about it? Well,
Yeah.
you're still buying the same brand.
I'm
some-
still buying it.
What
I'm
if-
just not buying it at the store that I tried it on at.
well, to the manufacturer. But yeah, I guess so. That just speaks more to the brick and mortar places needing to adapt. But they can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They can't
They
now.
can't. They got to pay that rent, man.
It's too late. They waited. You waited too long.
They have to pay their rent, and I need to pay my mortgage.
Yeah. It's
We
like,
got to meet somewhere in the middle.
how many people watching this show right now, whether it's later after we've been live or right now, all the dozens and dozens of people that have potentially watched today at a moment or 3 seconds or however long they've watched, are watching this show,
Yeah.
or they're watching some show on network television, like soap operas or whatever they run at noon, or their noontime news or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But we're able to do this. We can say whatever we want. I can
Right.
just fly off the handle and say whatever. You never know.
And I'm still praying for that day.
Yeah, they're hemmed in on those networks.
Yeah.
They can't adapt to what we're doing.
No.
They can't talk about beer like we do.
No.
They won't. They're scared.
They're terrified.
Only here. Only
On
here.
Liquid Lunch.
On Liquid Lunch.
Noon on Thursdays.
Noon on Thursdays. Yep.
Right.
And on She's Crafty podcast.
Right, where we really fly off the handle. If
Yeah.
you really want to go down some rabbit holes,
Mm-hmm.
get on use some birth control and go listen to She's Crafty.
Yeah. They'll go down all the rabbit's holes.
All of them. We're what is it, spelunking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
into those holes.
All those holes at once.
All of them. Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
You're digging tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
just saying.
Like Charles Bronson in The Great Escape.
Yeah. No, Jeffrey said that Amazon should save your measurements. They'll have it eventually.
You know what? I bought some. Listen, I'm a real cheapskate. I think everyone knows this about me. I replace my own headlights.
Yeah, I
because
just did that
I
the
don't
other
want to
day.
pay someone else to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So they, all you have to do on Amazon is put in the make and model of your car, and like every piece to your car will just come up for you, and you can go in there and get whatever you need.
It's like that Johnny Cash song where he put together a car, you know, the automobile, the 59, 50, whatever, 59, 60, 61, 62. You don't know what I'm talking about, right? No? Johnny Cash song?
I don't know that song.
I've never heard that
Got
song.
it
I'm sure.
one piece
I'm
at a
sure
time.
the song.
And it didn't cost me a dime. You see me driving around, I'm in your town. You don't know that song? No. I'm going to drive around in style. I'm going to drive everybody wild.
I think you're making this up.
I think that's a Josh original that you just try to pass off as Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Somebody knows. Somebody comment. They know that.
So
I'll put it on the live audio stream soon.
I don't know. It's a few months back.
Go on.
Jules had a.
Does she like going by Jules or Julie? What do you call
She
her?
likes Jules.
Okay, Jules.
So she had both a burnout headlight and a burnout tail light.
Yeah, she
once.
did.
I've lived that life. I've had multiple.
Yeah.
So she went to the auto shop, and they were literally going to charge her $50 to put in
Highway robbery.
just to install the headlight and the tail light.
Redunculous.
Yeah, and so I did it for her. I didn't charge her any money.
How nice of you. You did the taillight as well?
Yeah, I got the tail.
Yeah, my taillights, I bet you did. My taillights are a little too complicated. I have to unscrew something to get to them, and I was like, ugh.
Oh no, these taillights are easy. You just
slide
literally
it.
just
slide
like unscrew
Like
the
the
light
headlight.
and put it back in.
Yeah.
Just slide it
The
out.
head-
my
headlight-
headlights are super easy.
Headlight was a little bit more difficult,
Oh.
but the tail light took me maybe 5 minutes.
Really? Most of the time, the tail light's a little bit more difficult. It's kind of a tight fit. You gotta.
You had to mine needed like a whole compartment had to be unscrewed. Not just like with my hand, but like I had to get in there with tools and stuff. And I was like,
sometimes you need a tool for the tail light,
Yeah.
and just to get in there. And if you've never done it before, then it's a whole new.
I was like, this is too much. I'm just gonna take it somewhere and pay for it to get done because I don't want to
by a
ruin anything.
professional. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, apparently Preston says you were telling the truth about that song.
Yeah, of course I was. It's Johnny Cash, bro. Yeah, it's true. Like I don't know Johnny Cash. We're cousins.
He's just walking the line. He's got it.
Yeah, Johnny Cash and I are cousins. If you didn't know this,
Oh, are you?
he's from Arkansas. I'm from
Well, guess
Arkansas.
what? I am.
And everyone's related in Arkansas.
I'm cousins with Willie Nelson.
Are you really?
Yeah, my
cool.
grandfather doesn't like to claim him because of the pot smoking and that kind of stuff, but it's a true fact.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yep.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, a little German connection.
Cool. Actually, my dad's best friend's wife is first cousins with Conway Twitty.
Look at that.
So he's like family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He would pick you out of a crowd any day.
Well, not now.
Well, you know what I mean.
Back in the day, maybe,
Yeah.
when he was with us. Conway Twitty, man. You ever listen to some Conway Twitty?
No, I can't say that I have.
Oh, you're missing out this week. Okay, that's what you need to do. Tight fitting jeans. That's a
My
great.
favorite thing is when Josh sends me music to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have to bear through it. Be like, oh, cool. I love Chris Stapleton. This
course
is
you do.
awesome.
You can't say you don't like at least one of his songs.
I don't know any of his songs.
I've sent you all of them.
No, I listened to them, but
And-
I don't remember any of them.
But was there ever a moment where you're like, hey, that's not bad.
No,
That's all I'm looking for. Is that's not bad. You were like, they're all bad.
they're not bad. They're just I'm not into that style of music. I think it's not bad.
I'm gonna
It's
have to send
not
you
bad.
much more Chris Stapleton.
I don't think
music.
that's unnecessary.
No. Don't you worry.
No.
I will
Have
send
you guys
you.
been watching American Idol?
No.
Anybody?
No.
No? Nobody?
No.
Ugh.
Not
The
a.
worst.
No.
Need
It's-
you guys to get on Hulu and do that.
Hold on. Y'all ready for this? This is they're probably is gonna be an ad because YouTube. But I can't believe y'all don't know Conway Twitty. Why is it not pulling up? Come on.
Well, hold on.
I've-
Whoa.
I've
I'm
heard of
very
Conway
familiar with
Twitty. I just
Conway
don't-
Twitty.
I don't know a lot of his music.
Well, it's not pulling up, so I can't. I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. Oh well, they're maybe I got too much open.
Ladies and gentlemen, Conway Twitty.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's
Watch
the whole
Family on
Family
Family
Guy.
Guy when I was dude. Ladies and gentlemen, Conway Twitty.
right. No, Conway Twitty's the best. Not the best. I take that back. But he's great. Tight fitting jeans. That's you've never heard that?
Listen, Josh, I love you because you are the heart of America right there. in that
Conway
chair.
Twitty is the heart of America.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You've heard Slow Hand, right?
Hold on, you've never heard this? Can't play it too long. We'll get kicked off the stream, but no. Ah. He always tells a story with his music. That's the great thing
Pretty
about it. Mate, tell me if we get kicked off our stream. Here's the
I
hook.
think that's enough. That's fine.
No. Yeah, you did, Conway. And somebody.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Oh yeah. His cover of "Heartache Tonight." Is it better than the Eagles? I think so. I'm just saying. Conway Twitty, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna send you this song. Hold on. I'm gonna
I don't think I don't.
No, it's fine.
need
It's
it.
fine. Don't worry. But no, it's no
Thank
trouble.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's no trouble.
Thanks
trouble.
for taking
Hold
the time to do
I'm
that.
gonna send it to you, Conway. Yeah, I'm gonna send you. Greatest hits. How about that?
Oh, the whole thing. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
The more
Yeah.
she gets to put in the trash.
What? No. Putting as in burn to
Your
a CD.
virtual trash can.
No, you got to put. You know what? Conway. Some of Conway's music's on that. You put it on that Saturday night. Mother. Your mom's got the kids.
You think that
list.
Jason and I are going to put on Conway Twitty to have sexy time?
Well, I'm saying if Hazel doesn't want to be the youngest,
Let me tell you,
Do
what
it
gets
at your
sexy
own
time
risk.
going in my house. A crock pot full of queso is the way to go.
is that your sexy time?
That and beer, yeah.
That's true here too. Queso's
So
awesome.
many points.
Dude.
It is.
Don't
It
do
is.
that.
But I'm allowing myself a cheat day,
Yeah. No. I'm gonna put it on our.
and I'm still losing weight. So
Hey, okay, let's get an update. How's everybody doing?
good. I'm excited.
Well, where are y'all? Can we talk about stats? Is that okay?
Sure. I am down 9 pounds. 3 since the last time we talked.
In how long?
3 weeks.
And this is through Weight Watchers, okay?
Yep.
And you're like 5'3".
I'm 5'3", and I have about 10 more pounds to go
Okay. Okay.
to be in a cool place where I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. Kennedy.
I am down 12 pounds in a month.
Very nice.
Yeah. There you go.
Month.
There you go.
And I even had I even had a really bad day last week.
Yeah, when you stole the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I drank a bunch of beer and then had Chick-fil-A afterwards.
Oh, so good.
When I
though.
left your house, I had Chick-fil-A.
Oh, so
Oh, that
good.
Chick-fil-A right by my house?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that place, yeah. But I can eat, if I get a grilled chicken sandwich and fruit, it's only 6 points.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
What?
That's
What?
really, I would rather just not go to Chick-fil-A and
Thank
eat a
you.
grilled chicken here at my house.
The grilled chicken's pretty good.
I don't know. I ate 3 slices of pizza on Friday night in my bed next to Jason.
What kind? Wait, it's 3. You said 3 slices of pizza.
It was like a weird late night. How would you feel if I,
Do we want to hear the story?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
Jason was like, hey, babe, how would you feel if I ordered pizza right
Yeah.
now? And I was like, oh God,
I never
I really
loved you
should.
so much as I do right now.
I really shouldn't eat pizza. And he was like, well, the deal is you have to get 2 mediums, and I can't eat 2 mediums.
Not by
And I
myself.
was like, just do it. Just do it. And then he didn't do it because he too is on a regimen.
Is he?
Yeah.
Just
but it's
around you
much
or all the
easier.
time?
I don't know, but around me he has been. And I was like, just do it. And then we went back and forth for probably an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then at about 11:30, 2 pizzas showed up at our front door, and we ate them in our bed, watching Westworld. I think what we were watching, I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Wes, we have. Okay, so we started that first episode.
Yeah.
I think I need to go back and rewatch or something because I feel like I'm a little lost. It's been a while.
Yeah, go back and refresh yourself. Yeah,
Something.
That's probably a good idea.
I don't know. But we went back and we finished the first season of Sneaky Pete. I'll recommend that. It's on Prime.
Seen that? Okay, I gotta check that out.
It's got the what's that guy's name? He was in Boiler Room. Remember the movie Boiler Room that had this guy and then Ben Affleck and a bunch, and he was like they're like the stock scam guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the main guy from Boiler Room. That guy.
Ugh, I don't
Anyway.
remember his name.
Yeah, I don't either. But he's in Sneaky Pete. And Margot...
Giovanna Ribisi?
I don't know. But Margot Martindale, isn't that... What's her face from Margot Martindale? Isn't that... She's been in Justified and The Americans and everything else. Anyway, she's in it too. Anyway, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. I'll recommend it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah. Season 2 just dropped. Oh! And we haven't started this one yet, but Cobra Kai. Have y'all seen the...
I've heard about that.
Oh, you haven't seen the trailer for Cobra Kai?
No.
All right, so Karate Kid, right? You remember the Karate Kid?
Yes.
1 and 2 and 3 was.
Oh, this is the one that you were telling me is like the
Yes, it's Johnny. They like show him getting knocked out, and then they take his point of view where he got knocked out at the All Valley tournament, and then like all these years later, he's like a drunk and kind of just.
Of course.
He goes back and he's opening Cobra Kai. What you call it again? Karate schools.
Yeah.
And he's like all these kids that he's teaching. I don't know. The first 2 episodes are free. Then you got to get YouTube Red. So,
oh well, I'm not gonna watch it then.
but it's a free. They're only 30 minutes, and it's a free
I can't
month.
afford to add any more streaming channels to my budget.
Yeah. Well, it's a free 30 days, so you can get through Cobra Kai.
Okay, you probably have a thing. Okay.
Yeah. So, it's fine. It's fine. You can watch for free, and then if it's good and they extend it for a season, just use another email.
And then ask one of my friends who has this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like when you go to the dress barn and try on the dress
And
and
then
go order
go
on
and then
Amazon.
go home and get it on the internet. Yeah.
Exactly.
With a coupon code.
At the dress barn, do they specialize in
I've
moo-moos?
never been in the what?
Oh, come on, that was a good one.
Do they specialize
At the dress barn, do they specialize in moo-moos?
Moo-moos.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, because it's a barn.
No, I heard it. I got it.
Oh, come on.
You know what's funny about
Come
jokes
on.
is you don't explain them afterwards.
But you guys weren't laughing.
No, because it wasn't funny. That's the other thing about jokes is they have to be funny.
You guys have no sense of humor.
I'm pretty certain that we do.
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Yo Bro Radio. Thanks. Yo Bro Radio is listening on our audio stream. He just commented.
Yo
I
Bro
can't say-
Radio.
Yeah, I can't say he. They. Yo
Yeah.
Bro Radio commented. Love the name of our show. Hey, love the
Oh.
name of your show too there. Yo Bro Radio.
Yeah.
Sweep
Very
the leg.
brilliant.
Yeah.
See, Tom McMurray just agreed with me when I said you guys have no sense of humor. Because he said not at all.
That's not what he's talking about.
I'm pretty
No.
sure it is.
No,
That's
it's not.
not.
I'm
Tom,
pretty-
you know that's not true.
He meant what he was saying is that that joke was not funny at all. Is what he was saying.
Exactly.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know Tom, but I'm feeling his vibes through the internet, and that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Whoa.
What just happened?
What'd you do?
Oh, my
You
bad.
broke it.
Yeah,
You lost. You
There we go.
took
There
your
we
eye
go.
off the prize.
Oh, I hit a wrong button over here.
I just want to explain real quick to Yo Bro Radio, listening on our audio only feed. There, you can go to our website liquidlunchshow.com, and then it's right there on the front page, or you can go to Mixlr mixlr.com/liquidlunch if you want to chat and all that kind of stuff. But Yo Bro Radio, we are doing a live stream on our Facebook page and on Periscope and on YouTube. YouTube, correct? I haven't looked at YouTube today. Are we on all three?
Of course.
Of course. Like
Always on all three.
that guy speaking there is Kennedy.
Yeah.
He
Is
does what he does, and
yeah.
then
He's
Catherine.
badass.
Catherine is my co-host in
Hi,
San,
yo, bro.
San
Yo,
Antonio.
bro.
Yeah, in San Antonio. So
Right.
thank you for jumping on today and being a part of our show on the audio only side. But it's super crystal clear, Catherine. We sound
Yeah.
really beefy and nice there.
Oh, well, anything beefy is on my list.
It's there.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We need to wrap it up.
We do?
Yeah, I got to go.
To the bathroom?
You
No,
need to do
if I
number
had to go to
two.
the bathroom.
One or two.
Yeah, there's a Buc-ee's down the street.
I've never pooped at your house.
Oh, wow.
Never.
Thank you.
If you have to say it, though, I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't walk into everyone's house and be like, I've never pooped here, just so you guys know.
Hey, everybody.
And I've never pooped here.
Beautiful
ever.
house, never pooped here.
Just ever. I promise you, never. It's never happened.
Yeah. All right.
I didn't steal anyone's beer, guys. Everyone still has their beer.
Is that what you do? You walk in and say, never pooped here, didn't steal anybody's beer. And
Yeah.
then-
Technically, I gave it back, so I didn't steal it.
no, that's
Well, then
stealing.
no. The act was, you still did it.
No, I gave it back.
Yeah.
It's not currently stolen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I almost thought that I was going to have to talk to Dave today.
You thought you were going to have to?
Yeah,
The
I
day of reckoning's coming.
I thought you were going to spring that on me today.
Oh, no. Well,
Well, guess who we have on the phone?
I lost a bit of motivation. I was really motivated on Monday. I was like, I'm going to start doing a lot of social media. Like
Yeah, that's
4
my
tweets
whole life. Yeah.
on all my accounts, Google Plus posts and Facebook
Yeah.
and Instagram.
For one day.
And then Instagram on Tuesday, it's like, I mean, I did a lot yesterday. And then it's
Yeah.
Wednesday. It's like, oh, tomorrow's the show. And then,
Yeah.
So
Preston, you don't have to talk to Dave. That's good.
no, he can.
No, that's good.
All right. I'll hit the outro music. But that doesn't mean we're done. We got a few minutes while the sultry sounds of Bowling for Soup wrap up and tell everybody how much we love beer. Catherine, we've heard your plans for the weekend. Any She's Crafty stuff coming up or Barbacoa Apparel stuff coming up?
We'll be at La Botanica this weekend on Saturday. Barbacoa Apparel will doing a little show out there for my good friend Christina's having her 5-year anniversary for her company called Very That. So we'll be out there for that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, no, I don't have anything planned right now. Oh, you guys, if you're in San Antonio, I will be hosting a brewery tour pretty soon with Craft Cruiser. So if you guys want to get in on that, send me a little message.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Get to ride around and hear about beer with you
Just listen to me talk shit for an entire day
on a bus.
on a bus.
See if they have any short bus. Okay, sorry. Short bus.
Oh,
I know.
Got to make it happen.
oh, I'm sorry I'm bringing this up late. I may be in San Antonio in like 2 weeks.
Oh, well, hit me up, Kennedy.
Yeah, do that.
I think
When are you coming for?
no reason. I have a weekend off, and
Oh,
Jules
okay.
wants to check out San Antonio.
So
Well, maybe if we can sync it up properly, we could have a little double date or something.
okay,
that'd be fun.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Send me pictures.
Yeah.
This weekend I'll be watching dances and then going to No Label. But
I'm jealous.
yeah, I know you are. Speaking of,
Yeah.
but as far as interbrews go, got interbrews lined up with Backfish and Brigadoon and Klaus, brand new brewery here in the Cy-Fair area.
Ooh, it's exciting.
Yeah, and some other, of course, always something coming up with interbrews. So just check that out. Next episode of the podcast will be out when it's out. Thanks to everybody who watched today. Preston, who else we got? Tom and Jeff and Jules and Adam and Rodney and Henry and everybody. We had so many people watching. Yo Bro Radio. Thanks for listening. And all the people that watched on the Periscopes and the YouTubes. And now that the music is... Oh, we still got a couple more minutes. I'll just keep saying thank you to everybody. Of course, remember, go to the Grain Cellar for all your homebrew needs. Mm-hmm. Keep up with Kennedy's brewing updates.
I've got 5 gallons of blonde ale currently fermenting
There
in my
you go.
apartment.
In his apartment.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of friends with your neighbors.
No kidding.
And go in there, tell them Liquid Lunch sent you. Free hugs. Waist up, waist down.
That's right.
Awesome.
Or fisting.
Or
fisting.
Trade in that one hug for double fisting. And then, of course, Barbacoa Apparel.
That's right.
Go to barbacoaapparel.com/shop.
Go get your taco tea.
Yep. And Amazon. Whoa, what happened there? That's
that,
crazy.
No.
That doesn't affect anything?
No,
It's
that-
throwing me off?
no,
All right, cool. Great. Way
I
to
just-
go, Josh. Keep
I
going.
just
All right.
threw you off.
Liquidlunchshow.com/Amazon to help support the show. All of your purchases will give a little win in our sales. And we'll be right back here next Thursday, everybody.
That's right.
So, Catherine, you're the best.
You're the best.
Thank you. Kennedy was here too. And everybody, we thank you because you're the best as well. So we'll see y'all next week. Drink good beer. Hit us up on our Drunk Dial line. All that stuff.
Leave
Bye.
the message.
Woo! Are we done? I think we're done.